Today, I will be discussing 3,000 hours I've spent playing poopy little baby games, 100% completing some and absolutely despising others. And when I say 3,000 hours, it's more like 3,041 hours, but 3,000 just looks better, you know? You get me? Are we good? Okay, this video will be a catalog of my video game odyssey after finally upgrading from my shitty integrated GPU laptop to the sexy ass pre-built. However, you need to understand that a measly 4 years ago, the beauty of high-end PC games were unlocked to me. So all of the games here are from a whole trove of different eras and genres. So get ready to have your socks blown. Terraria is one of those games for me where when you're not playing it, it's alright, you know, what do you want from me, whatever. But when you are playing it, you can't stop! And it winds up being the 10th most played game in someone's Steam library. And I can't exactly define why I had so much enjoyment with Terraria, as I don't believe I'm anywhere near as passionate about it as others are. But that kind of feeling you get in your stomach when you load up a new world and kill your guide for the first time is 100%, and I know this might upset a lot of you, but equivalent to Minecraft. Although I really don't think the two games have as many similarities as people say, seeing as they are both entirely their own thing. But where Terraria gets an edge is its sense of danger, because it can and will mess you up Bonko style. Just even having the chance for a boss you are entirely not ready for to just appear like that and tell you to kill yourself. Alright, Phil, from kill yourself! And also helps how infinite the game feels all the goddamn time. Like, it didn't matter if I was 2 hours into a save or 80, I'd still feel like there's so much more for me to do. And that is entirely helped by what feels like an infinite boss list. And the designs are just mwah, stunning. The only place the game really falters is in its post-wall of flesh, which for those of you who don't know is basically the second half of the game. But at that point, I just kind of felt a little lost and confused. I was trying to break into places you weren't even meant to go for another 5 bosses. And constantly having to pull up the wiki page for a game every 5 minutes, just, it doesn't feel right. Which, yeah, I guess isn't a problem long term, but after 80 hours, I was still doing it for the simplest things. You need to go out of the game and do that. But whatever, I suppose it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, pretty solid game. 7 scary items after. I don't know where to start. This game is fucking crazy. This game is weird, alright? It's all over the place. Bonkers, if you will. But it really kind of speaks to me, you know? That's the wonderful charm of it. But if you asked me where all these hours came from, I couldn't tell ya, alright? I probably spent 50% of that on this piece of shit fly game. Fuck! This game is like if a party of 10 were dancing in a 10,000 square meter warehouse. Like, there's a lot to do, but it's all over the place. You gotta go here and here and here. And in order to get from there to there, you have to drive. Fly. Glide. Over infinite expanses of nothing. And also, fun fact, that last one with no car or machinery parts, yeah, that's the fastest. There's no environment, there's no music, it's just our engine. Feels kind of like the devs are trying to make the game seem bigger. And they love it, but you gotta have things in the between points to keep you interested. And granted, they do work to fix this issue in the newer version of the game. Oh, also, I forgot to add, this game has 3 different fucking versions. It just kind of gets confusing at some point, don't you think? But look, the important thing to note here is that I love this game, alright? The people who made the game Phaedra are a team of 2, and they made all of this stuff like, wowie zowie on a cow, you look at that! And there's like a moon place and a zombie thing, and don't even get me started on him. And then on top of that, they remade the game from the ground up. Twice! And we also get a major content update every 5 to 10 months, and god damn, it feels like Christmas seeing that beautiful shining blue border telling me my evening is booked. Also, they like 2 of my posts on Twitter. What are your connections, huh? Yeah, this is getting 17 fuck cards out of 25. Oh my god, we already had this game 2 entries ago. Anyway, now that my seeing capable audience is gone, let's talk about Stardew! Oh boy, you're gonna say bad things about my video game! Stardew!
Stop posting things on the internet!
No, hey, come on, at least hear me out. Stardew Valley is a fantastic game with amazing replay value, cute designs, impressive immersion, and there's this guy who will forever hold my heart. Welcome home. But
I knew it! They're gonna say bad things about the Stardew! Throw bricks at them!
Hey Watson, Cinderblock!
look, it's a video game. It's gonna have issues, okay? Stardew is no exception. As in all honesty, I really do not care about a single person in this goddamn town. Except for Krobus. I will not let anyone hurt you ever. I just can't find any sense of sympathy or love for these people. The closest I get is Emily, and she's basically just a trophy wife who I used to get free cloth. And no, that is not a euphemism. And I also really struggle to get myself back into the game. I know I'll have fun, and I know I won't regret it, but it's the process of clicking that play button and enduring the first 15 minutes of getting back into it. It is agonizing, which is why I am dubbing it testisting, because you're gonna be seeing more of this in future entries. And it's kind of bad because the timeline of events in my main save file go as followed. Get to the farm. Improve the farm. 2 years go by. Nearly finished community center. Get a bunch of animals. Winter comes. Run out of wheat. Stop playing from guilt. Animals die. May someone in this world bless their souls. Anyway, yes, 6.5 rotten turnips out of 12. This game is just stupid. Look at him. Are you serious? How did he get like this? Who did this? The Binding of Isaac is the kind of game that'll either make you feel like a crackhead on steroids or like you're hurting yourself, as 99% of your runs go one of two ways. You get shit items and restart, or you get a fully loaded magnum pistol with 10 boxes of ammo. The other 1% of the time is spent slogging through each floor, barely surviving the bosses and gaslighting yourself into thinking that, yeah, I'll get a 2020 or a sci-fly or a mega mush, but most of the time you get orange paint can. But did someone say bosses? Cause oh boy do we have bosses. We got the worms to the demons to piles of Netflix adaptations, and ignoring the littler shit creatures, some of the creature designs in this game are yummy. Look at this guy. However, Isaac's gameplay gives me a bad feeling of testing, because you'll start a run and more likely than not it'll be dog ass and you'll get a collection of the 5 worst enemies in the game. I hate you so much. I don't mean to go off on a tangent here, but can these pile of bones give me a fucking break? I don't know what baseball team they're a part of, but they can cover that shit like it's a goddamn boomerang. And speaking of boomerangs, what is wrong with this item? I literally despise this thing. Go away! To be quite frank here, I'm not a big fan of roguelikes. In fact, I usually close them within 10 minutes.
Fuck you.
But what makes The Binding of Isaac so different is, in all honesty, presentation! It just feels so easy to get into and understand. Maybe that's just biased because of how long I've been playing it though, so it's a solid 9 skloogies out of 10 McMuffins.
Here, kitty. You can has cheeseburger.
Know your intro is you suck fucking dick. Yeah. There you go. There's your intro.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the TF2 experience. I honestly can't believe TF2 is this high up my most played games list. Out of everything I've done, all the things I've experienced on this goofy launcher, and this game where a fat man eats a sandwich and heals his ruptured organs, that's what hooked me? I genuinely don't know how this happened. Unlike most of the other entries on this list, I never had a time where I was addicted to this game for a month or two. It was just a slow trickle of oh my god, that got it to where it is today. And honestly, I wouldn't be the same without it. And look, I know that sounds dumb, but hold on. Hey, Cosmic, how did we meet?
Through TF2.
Okay, thanks, bye. I've met some wonderful people through TF2, and its gameplay is addictive, alright? 8-hour sessions or no sessions at all. Go hard or go home. And you know I'm picking my boys. Soldiers, chaotically addictive playstyle, flying through the sky like the true American hero you were always destined to be. The sniper's New Zealander aim, making your white undies turn yellow, like from piss. The spy's ability to die. And of course the pyro. The pyro. I love this little guy, alright? He's so silly. His hobbies include drawing, tea time, burning down a small village of elderly people who just finished paying their mortgage, and sleeping. I cannot get enough of him. He is my most played merc after all. Because, well, he's really goddamn easy to play. I am hot garbage at this game, but I make up for it in gamer knowledge. Because you were probably asking yourself at 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Wait, wasn't he Australian? Nuh-uh. Look at the words on the screen. Yeah. TF2's lore is kind of insane. Like, for what this game is, it didn't need to go this hard. I'm pretty sure you can safely consider TF2 to be one of the biggest multimedia gaming IPs, with a consistent stream of tens of thousands of players for over 1.5 decades. And yet it still isn't treated right. God damn it, Valve! I feel VR Chat is a game for those in a rough spot, and for me, that spot was 2021. And it was a rough spot for reasons that really changed me as a person and allowed me to grow. And VR Chat was the perfect intermediate, allowing me to still be able to socialize and communicate like the social butterfly I am, but also made it easy for me not to have to deal with the horrors of real human interactions again until I was ready. It just made me feel at home. Almost any place I went, I would rest my arm onto a countertop and say, "You got any battery acid? Make it frothy." And then the tender would tell me to respect the restraining order. And while I haven't touched the game in what seems like years, I'm happy I had that time to take a tiny step back from life and enjoy the wonders of the virtual world. Even getting into a tiny bit of avatar creation, as confusing as Unity is, I still had a lot of fun with it. And while I don't keep in contact with nearly any of the fantastic people I met on VR Chat, I still want it to be known that they helped me so. What is that? So, confession. I played the fuck out of this game while writing the script, and it may have firmly landed itself on the list. Yeah, sorry. But it's for a good reason, okay? Because this game is like crack to me, alright? I don't know what it is, but I just keep coming back. Because I originally played this game for like 2 hours and got bored, right? Then 5 months later, played it for 40 hours and got frustrated. Then what can only be considered definitely over a year later, I played it again, and in the span of a month, I gained 70 hours in this goddamn videos game. It's just got so much going for it, like the vehicles, the gadgets, gizmos, knickknacks, and doodads, the silly little guys, and I think you can golf?
Things that we're not adding to Satisfactory, golf.
And of course, the absolutely stunning map and design of the world, because here we have the rare survival game without auto-generation. And I know that makes you think you'll have a tiny 1x1 world to work with, but nope! The map is actually fucking massive. But sadly, the only real reason as of right now to go out there is to look for resource nodes, power slugs, or crash sites. That's it. Sure, there's these cool caves and funky creatures and work in progress items, but you won't find any ruins or structures of any kind, which isn't a bad thing, as I don't think that's what the devs were going for, but just saying for you not to get your hopes up. But you want to know what got me so frustrated after 40 hours of playing that made me quit the game entirely? Ah! Leave me alone! Ah! Ah! This rips a piece of my heart away each time I hear it. I genuinely think I've developed anxiety related to this fucking sound effect. Ah! But final words on this game? Yeah, none of my complaints matter. It's an early access. Wait. No, wait. It's made by the same people who made Goat Simulator! If you didn't think I was a psychopath before, allow me to change your opinion, because People Playground is a lot of, human-on-human betrayal.
Bye-bye.
Take, for instance, this young man here. He has a bright future ahead of him, with dreams and aspirations, and even a college tuition fund to be a doctor. And gone. For legal reasons, I gotta say that 90% of my playtime was AFK, because I cannot believe how much time I spent in this game. Like, holy crap, am I insane? 300 hours, 1/10 of my entire time with these games. Here. You know what I could have done in 300 hours? I could have learned a new language or become a graphic designer. Hell, I could have learned how to play the trumpet. But no, instead I spent it smashing a car against the wall like an idiot. And you know, except for that, there's two other kind of insane factors to this game. Numero one is the amount of time others have also played this game. See, I'm normal, I promise, I'm normal. And number 3, the community is filled with little children, little tiny amoebas, tiny itsy bitsy fetuses in the womb, brutally amputating this man's nervous system. I promise I didn't spend all that time also doing that. Instead, I did more things like this. Stop it, Guy 1. You've taken it too far. Haha, Guy 2, it's too late. I've nearly stolen the MacGuffin. But Guy 1, I love you. Yeah, Guy 2, yeah. So yeah, I'm innocent of all charges. Please let me go. Yeah, it's bad. Fine, it's okay. Look, what do you want me to say? If you let me talk about it, all you're gonna hear is yap about how much I hate Dead by Daylight. But what I will explain to you is why I hate it so much. So please allow me to take you back to the shitty time of 2022. Not that far.
Help, the killer is escaping.
So for those of you who know me from Twitch, you'd know I'm a variety content creator, streaming basically whatever you want. But there was a dark and mysterious time known as 2022, where I not only streamed 3 days a week, but every single fucking stream, it would be Dead by Daylight. Blasphemous, I know, but I was a different tested back then. I've grown and changed as a person. Nah, I'm fucking with you. What really happened in all honesty is I just got burnt out on the game. I had played at least 9 hours of it every week. And I knew when I started actually getting good at the game and genuinely caring when something got slightly nerfed or buffed that it was an issue. So I wrapped up my Dead by Daylight adventures on the 14th of January, 2023. Never to be touched again. Okay, for real this time, let me talk about Gmod. I don't even know where to begin. Garry's mod has a very specific place in my heart, even before the coveted pre-build. I'd always lie on my bed watching Vanos Gaming or Miss Breezy or God forbid Venturian Tales, and even then I was obsessed with the idea of such an open and freeing game to play around with. So obsessed that along par for Undertale and Please Don't Touch Anything, it was my first ever proper Steam game. And my god did I play the shit out of it. I guarantee you at least half of those 700 hours were spent all on my own, probably being stalked by some paranormal entity beyond my comprehension. And while I don't remember much of this time period, considering it was over half a decade ago, I do at least have some remnants from the time. It's beautiful. And also worth noting, at the time, this pre-built for whatever reason couldn't run shit for crap. So whenever I'd boot up my 800 mod folder, there was a high chance that my GPU would just melt from the inside, which you can't really blame it for after I load up GM_fork and spawn like a billion combine to fight. But the funniest thing in this game to me was the time I spent with a friend, creating what we would call the Gmod TV series. We would just go around on adventures together, fighting different creatures and getting ourselves into some wacky shenanigans. Some of the most fun I've ever had, honestly. But as much as I sing this game's praises, it is nothing compared to the final game on this list. The one that captured me for nearly 1,000 hours. It's... 995.8 hours. All 637 achievements. And my god, do I need to go outside. Holy shit. Is what I would be saying if this game wasn't so fucking awesome. Honestly, what can't you do in Cookie Clicker? There's gambling, farming, slave labor, it has it all. And I don't even know how anyone could even begin to think that this game was boring. It's pure ecstasy. Every time I click that, oh my lord! And as for the achievements, well, the golden cookie ones are bullshit. Oh my god, the stock market minigame is so boring. I am not here to do taxes, Skylar. I want to click a cookie, not tax in that cheese sandwich I brought and used on stream that one time. But the crazy thing is that even after a decade of development, it's still being updated. And it has a player count in the tens of thousands. So I promise to all you disgusting non-cookie clicker enjoyers, there is some reason why we all do this to ourselves. I don't know that reason. It's really scary, honestly. It's like Cookie Clicker has a hold on us, and luckily I was able to escape the slimy grasp of it, but it really had me locked in for a very long time, as I bought Cookie Clicker all the way back in December of 2021, and I don't even think I played it that much for like 2 years until last summer I apparently just decided to shoot myself in the leg, leaving a bloody trail of cookies and tears behind. And there we have it all. The 11 games I've played the most. Make sure to let me know in the comments what your most played games are. And as always, join the Discord server. Okay, bye.